welcome back to RC Icons. So in this video I've got some more Buyee Bargins. Can't help myself. Bullhead. Second one. So yeah, this all happened in one day. Messed up day. I was finishing a project. I was finishing a project locally and I was running around like a madman trying to get things done, and I literally had like 5 auctions going at the same time. A couple of body sets, set of aluminum wheels for a sand scorcher made by RC Channel, which if you've never seen a set, they are gorgeous. And then the DN01, believe it or not, I bought it somewhat as a donor car, just in case I decide to build my extra XR XM. I've got an extra XR and an extra XM, so I figured it couldn't hurt to have that, even though the diff is different than the 201, but I have the parts that differ. But now that I have it, I love it. I'm actually looking at another one that's new in box on Buyee now. I just can't help myself. And then the Bullhead. So you guys saw me on the monstrous, I forget what the name of the title of the video was, but I did a video where I unboxed kits from Taiwan Kenny last summer, and it was a new inbox Claude, original Claude, and it was a new unbox Bullhead in that delivery. So this one is number 2. And I gotta tell you that this box is mint. Like mint. I wanted a Bullhead new in box. So I have a Claude built, original Chevy badge. I bought the other Claude new in box for the new in box collection. And then I bought the Bullhead because I wanted that family. So I had one, and in that video I figured I would buy one that was built or what have you. And this one popped up on Buyee. I was watching it and I ended up buying it. I think it was, now this is nothing against Taiwan Kenny's pricing. It's more to reflect the deal that I got on it, but this one was $400 less than the one I bought from Taiwan Kenny. And Taiwan Kenny's always been fair. It's more, that's the deal that I was able to get on this one. And like I said, the box is absolutely mint. So now I get to build a Bullhead on the show. It'll probably be the one that Kenny gave me, only because I think the box is a little bit better, this one, than the one that I got from him. So this one will probably end up going into the new in-box collection, whereas the other one will just get built out and sit with my original Claude, my TXT1, my USA1. Now we have the Bullhead. So all my big wheeled monster trucks, so to speak. I'm not interested in getting all of the Claudes that were produced. That's not my collection. My collection is more the original ones, the ones that kind of started it, and then because the Claude was done whatever 5-6 times. And some people have collections where they have all of the Claudes and they've got them all built and new in box, and that's awesome. Really cool. I don't have that kind of space. So for me, it was more about, I wanted the original Claude, I wanted the original Bullhead, I wanted a TXT1. Oh yeah, I've got both Juggernauts, 1 and 2 in Glen. So at some point we'll build my number 1, so that will be with the built trucks as well. So I'll have whatever, a shelf or a display where there'll be 5 or 6 big wheeled trucks, and then next to it will be all the new in-box kits. So in my mind, that's cool as hell. So we got the Zehawk DN01. We got the Bullhead, and then I got some body sets as well. So I have a Lancia Rally original. Sorry, my shoulder's like absolutely done. I have an original Lancia Rally kit that's partially built. Somebody started it. They didn't even get through the chassis. They threw it all back in the box and never finished it. That kit has the body set. It has the decals. It's got everything that you need to put it together. And at some point on the show, I will do that. But this Lancia body set, which is an original one, obviously, just like that kit, came up on Buyee. And I honestly, I don't know why I bought it. But sometimes these original body sets are just really hard to come by. And I love them. Like, I love them. Hard body, super cool, super detailed. I bought it as like a just in case, and just because I haven't really inventoried that kit, so just in case something's missing. And it was short money. I think I paid $70 for an original Lancia body set. I mean, that's insane. There's another one up there right now. I think it's at $74, no bids. Maybe people are using the Riri shell, which is a little bit different. I think the arches are different. They modified the original mold when they did it on the TA03 RS, maybe. And I actually have that kit as well. But I figured it couldn't hurt to just have it in inventory. If it sits in my collection for the next 20 years and my family sells it on later, whatever. So I went for it and bought it. This one I went crazy after. So this is an original Audi Quattro body set. I actually have one of these in my... I thought the body was broken, but it's not. The arches are pre-cut for you, and it's just a polycarbonate between the arches. So I actually have the same body kit in my Audi Quattro kit that was from the Larry Zabotny auction, and he actually put an entire car / kit together, spare parts, and that's what Larry was known for. It boggles my mind that he was able to do that, because he did it in a time and place where we didn't have the internet. And when Larry passed away, his daughter was talking in the auction about how they would go on family road trips for vacation, and he would stop at hobby shops and he would buy spare parts for cars that he was putting kits together for. So Ranger kits, Sand Scorcher kits, Opel Oscona kits, Audi Quattro kits, and he literally, whether he had the numbers memorized or what have you, he would be buying out all the spare parts at these hobby stores. And when he got home, he'd have the box that somehow he would have bought, and he'd be throwing spare parts in those boxes. And then once the kit was done with spare parts, he'd put the cover on the box and it get put to the side, and now that's a kit. I've got two kits like that I did myself. I did a DB02 Leonis kit like that. It's the entire car short of the original decals. Now I have MCI decals for that kit, but I do have an original body set. No one does a reproduction. But at the time, I couldn't find the Leonis kit. So I bought it one part at a time and put that kit together. I now have two new unbox Leonis plus that one that I built in parts. I have three kits. I have a 503 kit. I did the same thing. I actually had Martin in Switzerland do most of it, and then I sourced the hardware. And then I have a 511 kit, same way. Martin did most of it in Switzerland, and then I finished it off with the hardware. My Opel, I keep calling it Opel, my Audi Quattro kit, Larry did it 20 years ago, and I bought that in the auction, and I'm putting that kit together for my collection. I have this red Audi Quattro that's my original. Red. Polycarbonate. So I want to clean that up, refurbish it, and I want to give that car away, but I don't want to do it red. I want it to be box art. That's where this comes in. So this cost me, this was not a Buyee bargain. Not by any stretch. I guess it is if you consider the fact that these are just not available. Like, not available. So to find one of these and be able to buy it for under $250 is a miracle. They do not sell for that kind of money. It's like a king cab body kit. I've seen 3 king cab body sets sell in the past 3 years, and they've all gone over $350. Now that just sounds crazy, but that's what people pay for a king cab body set. In fact, in the Larry auction, I was bidding on a king cab body set, and I stopped at $365 and let somebody else have it, because I was just like, this is crazy, I am done. Since then, I've seen one sell on eBay that went $280, and I saw one sell on Buyee, same thing, it was like $290. So people are willing to spend $300 for a king cab body set. I've since found an original king cab body, never painted. I bought it on a truck. $299, bought the entire truck, took the body off it, put the TBG body on it, sent it to Glenn. Thank you very much, done deal. I got the body I was looking for. Now you can say that I spent $299 for the body, but I really didn't. I bought the whole truck, and I could have sold that, but I chose to give it to my friend. So in my mind, it was less than the body set. I already had original decals. I didn't need anything else. So yeah, this one is for you. At some point, that's what it's for. Some people think I'm nuts. Is what it is. When I give this car away, I want it to be as original as possible. You can't just go buy an Audi Quattro A2 body off a TT02 and stick it on that chassis. It's completely wrong. The mounts are wrong. This has an ABS front to it and rear. The bumper and the grill are completely different, whereas the new one, it was all formed in polycarbonate. You can't put that on a vintage car. It does not look right. So that one has all the ABS plastics on it. This one has a fresh set of ABS plastics inside. So I can take that red one off, and I can gift that one, as well as send this off with that chassis as a built car. I'm excited about it. It's awesome. And then the last piece, as far as my Tamiya haul here, is these gorgeous things. And you can't get the real effect of this until I bring the camera over. But these are RC channel sand scorcher aluminum wheels. And if you have never seen a set of these, people will put aluminum, they'll buy them on eBay, and it's just the outer ring that's aluminum. It's not the whole wheel set. And they look great, don't get me wrong. But when you see these, holy smokes. So these were selling on Buyee. I've been watching them for a while. They're always between $190 and $215 for a set. I ended up picking up these. I won them for $106. So to me, that's a Buyee bargain. When I see them selling every day for almost $200, and then I get a set for half price, that's a bargain to me. Let me bring the camera over. I'll show you what's going on. This one is built, by the way. Painted, the whole 9 yards. Again, I bought it as a donor car for the most part, but at this point, I'm kind of falling in love with it as is. Now, a lot of people hate this body, and they hate the decals. I can tell you that the body is the body that's on the car, and it's not in box art, and it doesn't look horrible. Although I do have another one, Zehawk body, that's done, coming in from JRB Restorations, Motorcycle Restorations. Jason, one of his friends, is sending him a body, and he's sending it to me. I am bidding on a new unbox tomorrow that's on Buyee. We'll see if I win it. You won't see this video for another 4 or 5 weeks, because I'm in the middle of off-channel goals, and I'm doing quote-unquote bullshit videos for the summer where there's no builds. I call them bullshit because I feel bad that you guys aren't getting builds, and you're getting unboxings, but it is what it is. You'll see this 5-6 weeks from now. Today is June 23rd, but you'll see this in July sometime, and by then I'll either have or not have the new unbox. Let me bring the camera over, we'll take a look. Probably a tick. Yeah. I feel like I got a tick on me in every video. Alright, so we're going to go smallest to largest. So this is the presentation that you get from RC Channel. I don't know why they don't have it centered, the wheel, but they don't. And I tried turning it around to see if it centers in the hole, and it doesn't. So, sand scorcher, alloy wheels. Hopefully the camera does this justice. Look at those things. All alloy, absolutely gorgeous. Now you have to picture a sand scorcher in box art with that, whatever it is, French blue and ivory white with those wheels on it. It's going on my original, like I'm doing it box art and I'm not putting the white wheels on, I'm putting those on, and it's gonna look epic. If you can afford a set and you're doing a sand scorcher, you would not be disappointed in those wheels. You're going to spend whatever 30 or 40 bucks on the outer ring, you might as well just spend the extra money. If you can get a set for like $100, absolutely worth it all day long. The Lancia Rally body I don't need. Original. The body sets back in the day came in plastic like this. If you saw my Lamborghini Countach body, same situation. This was 3,000 yen at the time it was produced. Comes with the glass, it comes with the driver figure, comes with the bumper. I think, I'm trying to look inside. I think it even comes with the big bumper in the front, potentially, but I'm not planning on opening this, so I'm not really sure. There is some other white plastics in here. I'm not sure what they go to. It does have all the lenses for the lights. Oh, that might be what it is. It might be the bracket for the 4 lights, because this has 4 big lights on the front. It's got the lenses for all the lights. It's got all the fixings for it, the glass, the whole 9 yards, and then it's got the directions on how to put it together, and then it's got your decals. So just absolutely cool to see a body set from that time period. I mean, the Lancia Rally was early. So to see one, I mean, it was early enough where they were doing body pins on the sides. Just so cool. And for that kind of money, like that, to me, is just a time capsule. Cool as hell. This one's for you. I actually have another set of decals, original decals, because I was planning on repainting that body, stripping it and painting it and re-decaling it. But now I don't have to. So I can send that red body off to somebody. I've got a driver painted up already. Check out this driver. There's a driver in here already. Let's see if I can get it out. Look at the detail in that driver. The camera doesn't even do it justice. It looks awesome. Eyebrows, white eyes, white eye surrounds, blue eyes. Whoever did it did an awesome job, and they did it vintage. Like, this was done a long time ago. You can tell by the paint. I will change the decal going over the top. In fact, I may paint those stripes because it's really like the only decal that's on it. And of course it's lifting. But this will be the driver that goes in the giveaway car for sure. The giveaway car does not have a driver. Does not have a driver in it. I believe I have a set of new wheels for that car too, so we can ditch the red wheels. So this driver will just be an extra driver that I can use on a car for something else, because it's a lot like the Fox driver, except it's got the cutout. They work great in some of the Kyosho cars that have the big bulbous driver. So yeah, I did that one just for the giveaway car. It cost me a fortune. I ran into that when I did the Falcon giveaway too. I paid $200 for one of my Falcon bodies just to give it away. I want it to be right. The Zehawk. So the DN01, only car on the DN01 chassis other than the TRF 201. So they did the TRF 201 and then they did the DN01. Now I look at this as, if you're going to collect TRF cars, if you have the 500 series cars, you got to have a DB01, because that was the same geometry of the car for less money. So when they did the TRF 201, I look at it as they did a lower grade 201 known as the DN01. I know, and then all the 201 upgrades will work on this car. I know that the ball diff, the diff is different. So the diff cups, at the very least, are different. So if you were going to use this as a donor car for an XR or an XM build, you would need to change the diff cups. You would need a set of the 4401 diff cups. 4410 TRF 201 diff cup. So I have what I need to change this over to use it for an XR XM if I decide to do that. Don't know that I will. So this car is driven. I just gave a brand new chassis to Jason, but chassis are still available, and so are all the parts underneath. In fact, you could fit an Exotech 8mm extension to this car if you wanted to, and make this car another 8mm long, just like you can with the TRF 201. You take the lid off, it's a 201. Now, some people would argue that the plastics are different. I don't necessarily think that they used lower grade plastics in the 201. It does have, so the DB01 and the 201 share the rear and front arms. When you do the XR and the XM conversion, you need the reversible rear arms, which are an upgrade or a hop up for the DB01. Those arms have these pins on both sides. In fact, hold on again. They call them the DB01 high traction lower arm rear. And you can see how it's got a ball end inside and out. Whereas, should really do my homework before I get into doing these videos. It's a front, it's a front. I don't know that I have. Okay. So this is a DB01, just a regular arm. And you can see it's only got one, whereas this one has both. Well, the 201 came with the socket on both the front and the rear, and that's what you need for the XR XM kit. If you buy a 201 as a donor car and it does not have both, you're gonna have to try to find a set of these arms. And these arms are, as the UK would say, rocking horse poo. You cannot find them. There's two in an XR lot on eBay right now that I will most likely be buying in the next 48 hours, just so I have another couple pairs of these. These are going to Jason at JRB because he bought a 201 and it does not have the right rear arms. The DN01 came with them. All of my 201 donors have both. His 201 does not. So for whatever reason, Some of them came with it and some of them didn't. And then the other difference with the 201 is the 201 came with CVAs, I believe, in the back, whereas the DN01 came with dog bones. So you could upgrade this with CVAs. And then the other thing, the 201 came with aeration dampers, where this comes with CVAs. But other than that, I'm pretty sure that the rest of the car is the same. Like I said, the diff cups differ. I think that's because of the length of the dog bone. And then aeration shocks instead of CVAs. Some people will tell you that the plastics differ. I don't believe it for a second. That's just me personally. Nothing against people that say that. They do have the same funky front axle as the 201. You gotta have the 201 wheels that take the bearings. So I have what I need to make this a donor car if I decide to, and if I don't decide to, then I've got a DN01 that I didn't have in the collection already. And in 48 hours, I'll know if I've got a second one, new unbox. Now this is the body for the DN01 that's just painted pink. I think it actually looks good like that. I'm not crazy about the weird gold flaked paint, but the rest of it I'm alright with. That sticker there is a little, but that's okay. This was somebody's race car, and I can appreciate that. They did it the way they wanted. So that's the whole reason for the Zehawk. It's funny because I've got 3 201s. 2 of them are donors. All brand new. Never run. I've never built a 201 from scratch. I've got the Zehawk, which is identical for the most part. And that one's built. So if I win this Zehawk at auction, it'll give me the opportunity to actually build a 201 from scratch. Like actually cutting parts off the trees. Which to some people doesn't sound like a big deal, but to me, I think it's cool as hell. So I gotta make some room here. So you saw this in my other video. I can't even get it in the camera, but the box on this thing is gorgeous. There's not a mark on it. It's absolutely perfect. So those of you that may not know, the Bullhead is the clodbuster, except the plastics were a different color, and it came with this semi-truck style body. But essentially everything else is the same. Came with chrome wheels instead of white. The tires were identical. So when we take the cover off, the presentation of the kit, you've got blister packs on this side with your axles, your dual motors, your dual motor mechanical speed control. You've got your wheels and tires flanking it, and then you've got your parts boxes in the middle, and then you've got your semi-truck style body on the other side. So that's your body set there. So nobody really knows what Tamiya was thinking when they made this, and the Bullhead doesn't typically get a whole lot of love, not like the Clod. I gotta tell you, I love it. Absolutely love it. I think it was a great idea. It's a perfect character truck for Tamiya. It looks mean, it looks nasty when it's done, and it's got all the side pipes and air cleaners and everything on it. I mean, the gas tanks, it just looks badass. So I absolutely wanted one in the collection for sure. This is like a Thad truck too. I know Thad loves the Bullhead just because it's one of those. It's one of those, just let's mix a monster truck with a monster truck with a semi truck, and it's just parts and parts and parts. A lot of chrome, and then they flank it with yellow and red. And the chassis is in the middle underneath the blister packs. I was going to say, where the heck's the chassis? Yeah, it's in the middle. And then this box is crazy heavy. It's all the hardware. The gears, the hardware. Goes together exactly like a quad you would build today. Friction shocks, the whole 9 yards. But of course, it's a Bullhead. So having the first one is great and all, but I really wanted to build one because I didn't get to build my quad. I had an original quad back in the day that I built. It was probably 20 years ago that I built that quad. So I haven't built one in a long time. So I'm excited to build this because my quad is just getting a restoration. Put the aerial back in. And then once I opened this up and saw the box, I was just like, bonus. So when I do build it, you'll see both of them out. Can't wait for my new studio where I can have stuff like that displayed. Such a gorgeous box. That's it. Let me change the camera for a closing, and we'll end this video. So that's going to do it for this episode of RC Icons and some new arrivals. What can I say? I see stuff and I just have to have it. Especially excited to build this thing. It's going to be awesome. It's been about 6 months since I built the TXT1. You guys will see that truck coming up in a running video here shortly. But yeah, it's going to be cool as hell to build the Bullhead and to just have this one in my new unbox collection on display in the new studio. Should be epic. I'm really excited for those sand scorcher wheels. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think of those. Those things are going to look awesome when I get my original sand scorcher built. Looking forward to it. I got a lot of awesome builds to do, and it's going to take forever. I just got so many cars. It's just getting to them all. It is what it is. If you're not already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you supported the channel or could support the channel by hitting that little button. Go over to the bell. Click on that. Click all so that you don't miss any of the future videos. Let me know in the comments what you think of the new arrivals. If I was wrong on anything with the Zehawk, I'm not a know-it-all. I apologize. I'm pretty sure that's what the differences are, and I'm gonna try like hell to go after that new one, that new unbox, and I'm also going after another Leonis. So we'll see what happens. For whatever reason, I'm on a kick with those kind of cars, the TRF style cars and the offshoots. The Leonis is a DB02, which was the, I don't want to say poor man, but more affordable version to the 502. And just picked up another 501 new unbox kit and another 503 new unbox kit. So I've been kind of on a tear as far as the TRF cars go this year. And the offshoots from those cars is what it is. Thumbs up, thumbs down. We'll see you soon. Thanks.